There's a hot new commander from Aetherdrift, but it might not be what you're thinking. It's from the new Aetherdrift Alchemy set. It's a card that people on Reddit were wishing, hoping that will get printed in paper, because there's nothing about it that wouldn't work in paper. But it did come out in the Alchemy set, and not only that, it has an insane win rate. Look at this list I found here on untap.gg. Nearly 70% win rate. It's Tsagan Raider Warlord. We're going to play it today. Let's go. Welcome to the Attic Manadad here. It's the channel where we explore what's fun in Magic, mostly on Arena. On Arena, you haven't been paying attention, it's the Rise of Tsagan, a 1/4 legendary dinosaur berserker with double strike. Start your engines. Whenever Tsagan attacks creatures you control, get +1/+0 until end of turn for each creature you control with first strike or double strike. So it's first strike, double strike, tribal. Maybe dinosaur tribal if you want to make it that. Tsagan has death touch at max speed, and other creatures you control have first strike. Because why not? I mean, they already have first strike, I think, usually. But we'll see. We'll see as we play it. So this is entirely a list just from untap.gg. We're going to go through it quick as you can, and then we're going to play Tsagan because I'm really curious to see what people are talking about and why they wish this card was available in paper. But so let's check it out. It looks like pretty streamlined deck. Chrome Mox, Mox Amber, Guide of Souls, Battlefield Raptor has the first strike. Esper Sentinel is just in every deck that has white. Nesting Bot has Start Your Engines. We got the Ruby Collector, which is an Alchemy card. I'll pause here a little bit so you can take a look at that. This lets us make Mox Rubies if we want to. Swords to Plowshares goes in every white deck. Burn out Bastronaut, Start Your Engine. So Goldhound is a cheap first striker. Legion Loyalist as a battalion. So pretty fun. A lot of low to the ground creatures. Even more at the 2-drop slot. Ajani Nakato Pariah. If you don't know about the power of Ajani and why it got banned in the competitive Brawl Discord, go back and find my interview with Grimstein about that Ajani Nakato Pariah deck. Short answer, it's great. Long answer, it's really, 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 really good. Ocelot Prize, provide the alchemized version, Captain Eberhart, Get Lost, Hangerback, Assembler. So maybe don't play this deck if you're anti-alchemy, even though this is, I guess, theoretically a paper legal card. But there's a lot of other alchemy stuff in here. But we're going to test it out just as the deck list came to us. There's Hazaret, another Start Your Engines card. Not a budget deck by any means. I'm seeing mostly rares and mythic rares, except for Arcane Signet. Shatterskull Smashing, Agadeem's Awakening. We get Ishin, which is nice. So get double attack triggers, which means that the Tsagan buff is going to happen on the double. War Leader's Call is interesting for a 3-drop. If this was me, I would have the 3-drops be pretty thin on the ground because I think you probably want to get Tsagan down as a 3-drop. Maybe Tsagan is better not as a 3-drop. Guess we'll find out. Alesha is a fun one. That's now on Arena. General Crete, the Bolt Bringer. This at least is an uncommon. Rising up the day. Sundering Eruption is underrated card. And then the more recent Alesha from Foundations. Judith Scourge Diva. Anam Pakal. Flage is in here. If you have the modern Boros deck, you might have a lot of these cards already. Legion's Valor, Elder Profane, Baneful Mastery, Witch Hunter Fury, of course. Elspeth's Sun Champion, the weird version of it, but okay. I hope I didn't craft that. It said I needed 2 mythics to craft. Maybe I should have looked ahead. Mana base, anything fascinating? I think we probably should be running Urborg, which I don't see. That would probably make sense. But maybe there's just not room. Looks like a fair amount of Fetch lands. All right, well, that's the deck. Make your predictions below. How is this going to do? I'll turn on the reminder about the subs. Trying to get to 16,000 subs. Why? I don't know. One of these programs told me that's what I should be aiming for. So if you think I should have more subs, then, you know, pick the company you don't like. Tesla, maybe. Hit that subscribe. And we'll try and beat that company into the ground with subscribers. All right. Enough of my yammering. Let's see Tsagan Raider Warlord in action.
Hey, it's me, Overlord of the Hauntwoods. Actually, haunting and overlording are just my hobbies. My day job is managing the YouTube algorithm. I try to make sure lots of negative, conspiracy-laden clickbait shows up in your feed. You know, nightmare fuel. Whatever you do, don't like, comment, or elder gods forbid, subscribe to a channel like this one, okay? We don't need your feed filled up with people who genuinely enjoy playing Magic like this so-called Manadad. He puts deck lists and other useful links in the description. He even shows real win rate stats at the end of the videos. Yikes. Clicking on positive, helpful videos takes away from the time I could be spending haunting woods or putting my friend Writhing Chrysalis into draft boosters. But you don't have to take it from me. 9 out of 10 players who want to unban grief agree. Now let's see. What is your racist uncle clicking on today? He has impeccable taste. Let me send some of those videos your way.
Brawling with Tsagan. You say Tsagan? You say Tsagan? Tsagan? Let me know in the comments. Carl Sagan. Up against Prime Speaker Zagana. He's probably fought some dinosaurs in her day. All right, we got 2 lands, but we're going first. We got Ragavan. Can't really do Ragavan. No. Nice hello. Could dash Ragavan next turn. Depending on what they're up to. Wouldn't hurt to have treasure. Utopia Sprawl. Direfleet Daredevil. Double Strike, Vigilance, Trample. I think the Exile. Hit him for 1. I'm holding back Ragavan. Maybe unwisely. Ooh, okay. But just a casual Overlord of the Hauntwoods on turn 2. Three life. Sure, their lands are entering tapped. We do need some black. Oracle of the Molday. Oracle of the Moldizzle. Okay, well, that's black. That is black mana. So can I cast this? I can't cast this and Ragavan. I can Direfleet Daredevil and Ragavan, or Momentum Breaker and Ragavan. So let's do that. Yeah, now we're hitting them. Got him down to 10. And we got a Springheart and Nantuko. Growth Spirals, they just be ramping. Centers with X counters where X is the greatest power among other creatures you control. And then you draw cards equal to its power, yeah. I can see how that could be pretty good. They want to get a big creature down. Ooh! Well, no Tsagan, but it's a victory. Up against Loot! I got a video for Loot you can watch. Card's good. character is really annoying. But I gotta admit, the card's good. Keep this. Turn 1 Ruby Collector. Or do we just turn 1 Triome, because that turns on the Blazemeyer Verge, I guess so. They do nothing. Get in. Increase that speed. What kind of green effect do they have? So this is the green mono green loot. Also a good card. But I don't have a video for this one. I have a video for the new one. It's Teamer. Green, blue, red. Okay, so they can protect that loot. But I guess we'll go for it anyway. We got the protection spell, they got the protection spell. They don't got it. What do we get? Oh gosh, those guys are both double strike too. That was a hit. Now hopefully they play something we can bolt. Yep. They make a food. No, they don't. Adamri Corvectol. What am I more worried about? Basically, if I hit one of these guys and these have haste. This has first strike at least. Let's see how this interacts with Tsagan. This should be interesting. Or not. Up against Puntlaza, the sun-favored. Is that even a dinosaur? I think it is. Yeah. 4/4. Whenever it or another dinosaur you control enters, you may discover X. Where X is that creature's toughness. But only once a turn. Sounds cool. Nothing to do on turn 1. At least we have some interaction. Oh, Pantlaza took a number of mulligans. I wonder if there's some combo with that deck. Rampant Growths. I think we'll do Captain Eberhard. Maybe we were supposed to do the Arcane Segment, actually. Hulking Raptor. That's pretty big. That's a pretty big raptor, baby. We can spend the whole turn removing it. I guess we should, because otherwise they're going to ramp into big stuff. I think we got our Captain Eberhard discount. Cultivates. Like how it paused there. The Selfless Spirit. Well, they waited to remove Captain Earhart. Take the Swarm. There's an exile ability, so this wouldn't have helped. Bitter Triumph that. They're gonna get what? They get a Domri. Very fancy Domri as a like chipmunk or something. Hedgehog. Bird of Paradise. Building Throne, they don't keep it. Well, the removal dot turn. Bolt the bird. We take Domri down to 1. I guess to turn off fighting, that's probably worth it.
We won't answer
Got enough mana to bring back Pantlaza. I'm not going to do it though. Stalwart Speartail. Whenever it's dealt damage, other dinosaurs you control and dinosaur cards in your hand and library perpetually get +1/+1. Okay. Defense of the Heart. Well, that's a bit rough. How do we play around Defense of the Heart? We could sacrifice Selfless Spirit. Maybe we could play the Lizard Blades and equip it. Do we just let him go get 2 cards onto the battlefield? I don't think we can, right? This even makes another creature. Laza, Mythweaver Poke. Oh my goodness! How is this deck list win so often again? What just caused? When it attacks, it just 1 damage to each creature and each player. Okay. Well, maybe we'll just plan on flipping Johnny.
Where shall we hunt today?
Maybe we shouldn't have attacked with the cat, because now they just don't attack with the spear tail. Maybe they're not that clever. We're also dead if we don't block. Well, I think people know this commander well enough. I've been having a hard time getting it rolling. It's like a kill on sight commander. But I'm going to try to record one more game here. See if we can get one. That's a really great demonstration. Gix Yawgmoth Praetor. And boy, likes to give us the Ruby Collector. It's my brother. He's become a real alchemy booster. Did a couple streams with him of the Aetherdrift Alchemy. Can't talk right now, bro. I'm recording. Let's name dinosaur. This is a dinosaur berserker. I guess I could name berserker. Let's see. What do we want? An invasion of Gobakan. Just their removal here. Mortar pod. So they can kill off Ruby Collector. So be it. Get back with Alesha at some point. Ooh, did they draw more removal? Nope. Gix. Let's crack this. Go get, I guess, red-black. Blood Crypt. What people call it. I could technically let it enter tapped. Right? No, I need the black mana. Day 3 life. Adios. These are loyalists. We want to flip that? Nah, let's just smack in. They can beseech the mirror. Go get pretty much any mana value 4 or less card in their deck. A lot of tutors, it looks like. Alright, we're going to face their #1 card, which is Toxic Deluge. Don't think they have a way to deal with Tsagan, so we could play Alesha there. Start getting stuff back. Ophiomancer. Yikes. Hazaret. Ah, we get something back anyway. Ruby Collector? Get that Mox Ruby next turn. That's first strike. That's first strike. That can't attack. We'll trade out the Ruby Collector if we have to. Oh, okay. Tsagan's going bye-bye, though. They're GGing us. All right. I don't think we actually had that in the bag, but I'll take it. I'll take it. So how do we do with Tsagan? Well, yikes. 38% win rate. It was 60% on the play, but on the draw, we just got completely shut down. People really, really see this commander coming. I think I would make a lot of changes to this deck. I would have a lot more interaction. I think I would have more one drops, maybe fewer of them being Ruby Collector or things that are a bit win more, like Ruby Collector. More stuff like Ragavan that impact the board, and then like stuff like Aurelia, Ankle Shanker, even Elspeth, Sun's Champion. If you're getting to that, you've already won. I think I would top out pretty much at 4. Obviously, Fury can come down earlier. Stuff like that is fine, but I would just go even leaner and meaner with this. I didn't check the competitive Brawl Discord, the Brawl Hub on Discord, to see what people are doing with this commander. I bet they have a much better list. I mean, as good as like a 70% win rate is, and obviously we could not reproduce that. I still think there's a lot of improvement that can be made to this deck to make it even more streamlined and effective, especially against these decks that if somebody just slams a really big creature that you can't attack through, it's kind of game over. And if they just constantly remove Tsagan, it's kind of game over. So, yeah, but it's fun commander to play. I would like to see maybe more of a dinosaur tribal approach to it. Might be kind of fun to see what you could do with Mardu dinosaurs and make it a little less competitive, but a little more just fun dinosaur shenanigans. Until the matchmaker of the Brawl queues are fixed, that's probably not the greatest idea. You'll probably get an even worse win rate if you take out all your like kind of, you know, competitive cards and put in silly dinosaurs. I think you're still gonna get matched up with the Pox and the you know, all the powerful commanders, the Kinnons, whatever's, because that seems to be what's happening right now. Is anybody else experiencing that? You may as well have a competitive deck because you're going to get matched up against the competitive decks. All right, well, that's my 2 cents on Tsagan. I hope you enjoyed it. This has been Manadad reminding you Magic is a game so fun, even dads can enjoy it. Adios.